Welcome to my channel. Today I want to talk about the time that in which we have to deal with Capricorn and Pluto going back into Capricorn on the 29th degree. And it's a really pivotal moment because it's the moment of change, where everything changes, because then Pluto moves into Aquarius and then the world won't be the same as it was before. And this moment of the last degree of Capricorn is inviting us to clean up our house and clean up the things that we didn't deal with the last 16 years. So this is a beautiful moment to see what we missed and to see the dark sides that we didn't close up. And so this is my invitation today to follow me on this journey into our themes. And I want to use cards today because it's a beautiful way of seeing the themes that come up. And I'm curious what will come up because I didn't look at the cards before. So we will go through them together, and then I will draw cards while I will talk, and so that's my plan for today. So thank you for joining me. Pluto will finish up a 16-year cycle, and at the last degree it will be an amazing chance to close up the things that we didn't deal with. And so it's like Pluto's coming back into the house of Capricorn and looking if there is something to sweep out or to clean up. And often we know what it is, but we try to procrastinate and we try to stay where we are because there is a kind of security in the things that we know, you know. And so this is an invitation of Pluto. Go back, look at what needs to be cleaned up, and then walk into Aquarius in November, and then begin a 20-year cycle where it transforms Aquarius. Well, we know the last years and the 16 years that were since 2008, it was a transformational time. And at the moment, I guess I'm in good company when I say it's not clear where we are going. So it's like being in a fog or something that's really uncertain and unclear. And so I want to do a reading today, and I chose the labyrinth of Chartres. That's a wooden one, and it's in France. It is a labyrinth that is so big that you can walk through it. And I think it's holds the words, it is solved by walking. And so what I want to do today is to draw a couple of oracle cards. I will put them here, and I will draw Lenormand cards to lead us in and to show us what this reading will be about. And then I will do a Celtic cross that I want to put on this beautiful wooden labyrinth to maybe to find a couple of answers that we search for. And so The first cards that I draw are from the Lenormand deck. And it's the mouse, the sun, and the feminine energy. It's called the woman, but it's not about gender, right? It's about a feminine energy, and it's a beautiful theme that's showing up here. But I want to draw the cards first so that we have a couple of things that we can look at. It's this one. This one. And I will draw more oracle cards when we've seen the themes of the Celtic cross that I want to place in the middle. No, that's a theme. So we have the mouse, the sun, and the feminine energy. And for me, this is, we're coming from a place of lack. The mouse is often taking something away from us, and we don't want that to happen. We just want to stay in our safe space, and we don't want to be stripped of something. And it's coming from a place of lack, and maybe it's even a lack of our own self-value. It's often coming with a feeling of being small. And what this shows that there is something coming in, and it's the sun, and the sun is about our light. It's shining bright. It's Leo energy, and it's about our ability to let our light shine into the world. And it's beautiful that it's combined with this feminine energy, because it's the energy of receptivity. It's divine feminine. It's receptivity, and it is the allowance to let life flow through us. And it's the contrary to the mouse, because the mouse is so restricted, constricted, that it won't allow life to flow through it, because it is coming from a lack mindset. And the sun is shining at this part of you and this part of me and of our collective part of this lack mentality. And it's shining its light and inviting us to step beyond and to allow life to care for us. And that's lovely, because the light of the sun is life-giving. And the feminine energy, the divine feminine, is life-giving too, because it allows to being receptive to all that comes in and to give life in the next step. And it's a lovely thing. And the dignified card is the dignified is a planet when it's in good shape, and when it feels good in the place that it's in. And it looks like this, This is when we're coming from this place of lack, getting into the energy of the sun, and then allowing ourselves to receive. It's a place of dignified planets because they feel good in the moment. The sun feels good if it can provide, and the sun is a masculine energy. So if it can provide the safe space for the feminine to come through. And this is what we are here to do, right? We are here to combine the divine feminine and the divine masculine in one person, embodied in this place that is so dense sometimes. But it is this, we, with our light and our divine masculine energy, we can hold the space, we can provide a safe space for ourselves. And through this space, we can allow our feminine part that needs safety to open up. We can allow our feminine part to come through. And this is a beautiful thing to do. If you are able to embody all of this, then you can hold your own safe space for your feminine and divine feminine part to come through. And this is like allowing a safe space for your own delivery. What a beautiful thing, and what a beautiful combination we have here. And we have the dragons coming from this place of understanding. And this is, I think this is the combination of the mouse and the understanding, the dragon that comes with it. It's allowing us to see where this lack mindset came from, where a kind of victim mentality came from, and to search for something, someone to hold a safe space for us, and realizing through understanding that we have all that is needed to hold our own safe space for our own receptivity. And this is what understanding, we look from both sides. We can see, oh, this is what I wanted. And it's understandable, right? That we want someone to hold us. We want someone to save us. We want something to hold the safe space for our own tenderness. Because we think it's dangerous to be this receptive. It's dangerous to be this tender. But it's not. It's not dangerous. It's necessary. It's necessary if we stop trying to fix everything. We allow life to flow through us, and we open up the space and the safe space for our creativity, for our tenderness, for our allowing to come through. And so, beautiful combination of cards that come up here, and the new life is a promise that we are able to do this, and we are able to create something really different this time. We create something that is beautiful in itself, because it shines its light. On the one hand, that's an active force, right? And it's allowing to receive and to be creative from this place. And so what I want to do next is to give us some to draw a couple of tarot cards to see what is beyond this message. This message alone, I think it's a beautiful one. What a beautiful card to draw. And we got the sun again. And underneath it all, there is the Magician. I love this message because it is so fitting to what I said before and what the oracle cards are showing, right? This is so fitting because the Five of Pentacles come from the place of lack too. That's the person who just thinks that there is no solution, right? She doesn't know that there is something that she can do about her situation. She doesn't see. She looks down and she just covers her eyes and she doesn't look up. But there is a light. There is a key next to her. She just has to turn her face, to turn and to focus on something else than on her lack in this moment. But she doesn't in the moment. And so she wants to, and what is crossing is she doesn't want to decide something. There is this woman with the covered eyes, and she wants to she has to decide something, right? You have to decide if you want to get out of this situation. You have to change your focus. But this person in these ravens, you see the ravens or crows that are around her, that are just distracting her. She doesn't know what to decide. There is so much flying around her, and if she doesn't open her eyes and gets the wool off her eyes, she doesn't know because she cannot focus on anything. She just can listen to the crows and to the sound, and then they pull on her hair, and she's desperate in this moment because she doesn't know what to do. But and this is the next thing, she can pull off her wool off her eyes and focus on something. And I think that we often come from this place where we think we have to do something to fix the problem. But it's not what this card deck is inviting us. It is inviting us to allow things to happen. Allow things to be as they are. And to decide to, and this is a decision too, is to be in this place of uncertainty. To be in this place where we don't know what to do about it. We have a situation, and I heard a lot of people who are in this moment in situations that are really difficult, with losing jobs, losing homes, losing loved ones, and that's a challenge to deal with. But it's the invitation right now to allow this to be and not to try to fix something, because there is nothing to fix right now. We have to stay with ourselves in the moment and not to do something that we often do. We hold our breath when we are like in this moment of chaos. We hold our breath, and then we create something that is anxiety. And this is anxiety not from the situation. It's anxiety from our own reaction to our own emotions. Instead of feeling what needs to be felt, we stop breathing. We stop ourselves from just allowing feelings to be. Emotions are difficult to allow because they make us uncomfortable. So we try to keep the not so pleasurable emotions away. And what happens with this is that we don't allow life to flow through. We have to close up. And it's not helping at all, because closing up makes us anxious on another level. And then we try to fix that again. So we don't react to life. We react to our own emotions, our own anxiety, our own mind that creates something more than there is, because we expect bad things to happen. If we are in a situation where we don't like to be, we expect more bad things to happen. And we don't want to, because we don't want to deal with those things. So this is the invitation to just be still. Don't do anything, because she cannot do anything about the crows, because she cannot see them at all. Just be still in a moment and allow yourself to feel what needs to be felt. And trust life, right? Because this is what this is about. It's, do you trust life to find a solution that is good for you? Or do you think you have to do something to fix life? That's a different perspective, right? So to see this from different perspectives is the invitation of the dragons. It's understanding through looking at different sides and allow new life to be born. And maybe it's born out of chaos. Maybe it's born out of pain. That can be true. So, and the Three of Cups and the Sun, this is what we long for, right? We long for collaboration. That's for me, the Three of Cups is always a combination of more people. We long for people who do the same thing as we do, who support us in a way, in our own emotions, in our own way of dealing with life. And it's the in our conscious, it is there to search for people, to search for our tribe. It's the Pleiades here in this card, and it's the sisters. It's looking for a tribe. It's longing for working together and being in a community that works together on creating something new. And in our unconscious, underneath it all, we have the sun again. And this is, for me, this is telling us that we are good at shining our light. We are good at holding our own light, because it is in this, we held it, right? We kept it there. And it's like we secured our own light in ourselves, and we are maybe a little bit afraid of showing it and showing ourselves in this beauty of this light that we hold for ourselves. But it is there. And even if you are in the moment in a place of chaos, somewhere inside of you, there is this space. And this space is about your unique light. You can feel this light inside of your heart, find this place that you are able to go there and to draw energy from this place, If you look at her, how she is radiating this light, right? So the light shines, the sun shines on her, but she shines too. She radiates too, and she gives her light to the world. And underneath it all, even whatever you are, in whatever situation you find yourself in, this light is inside of you, and this is supporting you. And we came from this place of the Page of Swords and the new ideas and the mind that's coming with always new ideas and trying. This is a card that he is walking over a sword, right? And it's for me it feels like he tried to fix his problems through his mind, and it's not what it's about. It's not that you have to find the answers and the actions in your mind. That's our head and our mind tries to tell us that we can solve our problems like this, but we forget often that the mind created the problem. The mind told us that something isn't right. Because something feels uncomfortable, the mind tells us we have to solve it because it feels so uncomfortable, and the mind doesn't want to. So it created a problem, and this is an emotion and I want to solve it. I want to solve the problem. The mind created the problem. And so it's taking a step back and don't allow the mind to step in. Allow the mind to just take a seat in the back and allow the light within you to solve the problem. And this is so beautiful because it's showing the future that you are willing to do this. And this is the Hermit card. That's the invitation to look for the light within. And it's exactly what I just said. It's allowing the mind to step back, to not take over, because it will create anxiety. It's just anxiety what it will create. So to allow the light to shine from within, and to find this light to show the way. And it's this beautiful, and the stairs, they are enlightened by the stardust. This is so lovely because she is shining from within, and she's exuding star dust and starlight. And this is what it's about. Just stop the mind from trying to find the answer and find the light within. And maybe even when you find your light within, that doesn't mean that you have your answer. That's not it. That's just allowing the light to be there and to hold the space for the light, because it's the most important thing that you've got is your light and your sun that comes from within. And it's the devil showing up in this place of our relationship to ourselves. It's the devil showing up because it is the mind trying to put us in the place where we fall for it. And it's often like, oh, there is a problem. There is an emotion I don't want to. And now I try to cope with it. And what is coping? Coping is something natural, but we learned a lot of coping mechanisms that are not working. And so if we try to eat something, drink something, distract ourselves and do something else, look television or Netflix or whatever comes up, and playing games all the day just by distracting yourself. This is what the devil is about. It's not a devil like hell. It is someone who keeps you captive. And it can be a person. It can be a person too that is, when we are with people who are like toxic, they will try to hold us back from being independent. But in this case, in the place of our relationship to ourselves, I feel that this card is the invitation to stop coping in a way that is not working. And this will be different for every single one of us. But we know a couple of things that we do that are not able to fix the problem. We tried them 100 times. I can tell for myself, I tried to fix all my problems with ice cream. And it didn't work because it creates something else. It creates a pleasurable moment in the second when I'm experiencing it, but in the long run, it will create something more difficult. Because addictive behavior, and it's not important what your vice is, it's always the same. It's a search for something pleasurable, and it tries to get rid of the emotions that we don't want to feel. And it's a behavior of avoidance. We have no idea what the emotion feels like. We just think, oh, it's not pleasurable. I don't want to have it. And in relationship to others, we have the Four of Cups, and you can see this woman sitting there and not seeing the cup that she has. She's like, she looks a little bit bored because she doesn't have what she wants to. She has 3 empty cups, but she has one. There is a beautiful light in there, and it's colorful and it's shining, but she doesn't look at it. And for me, she reminds me a little bit of the woman with the 5 of Pentacles, She doesn't look at it. She just has her focus on something she thought she wanted. And now she didn't get it. So she's bored from all the other things, but she doesn't see the thing that she has. And maybe there are people and surrounding around you that is not optimal. But there is something that is helping you to deal with it. And I think this card is often an invitation to look at nature. And the tree is prominent in the back, so she doesn't see the beauty of all that surrounds her. But that's what the focus, the changing the focus is about. Just allow the light from within and then focus on what is beautiful in your life. Just stop focusing on the things the mind tells you that you have to focus on. And this is, I think it's one of the most beautiful lovers cards because it's so in flow. And so this card combines the one side of that we have to decide. It's a card of decision. But for me, this card, lover's card, is about love too. It's about, we yearn for the combination of the energies, right? And this is too, like the cards from the Lenormand deck, this is too the flow between the divine masculine and the divine feminine. And it can be inside of you. It can be the invitation of allowing both sides to be. And in feeling the things that we have to feel or that we don't want to feel, we stay open, we stay receptive, we stay tender, we allow ourselves to feel the unfeelable. And to be in love with life, to be in love with this flowing energy. This is the invitation to do so and to allow both sides to be. And she is perfectly held by the divine masculine so that she can allow herself to flow. And this is what I meant in the beginning. It's you doing this, right? It's you holding the space for yourself. It's your divine masculine part and your divine feminine part being secure and safe to receive. And we want to have this in relationships, and it can be. This is the card and the place of the hopes and the wishes to come true. And this is a promise that there will be flow if you allow this to be, and if you allow your divine feminine be saved by your own divine masculine. This can come true, because in this moment where you hold both of these energies, you are not in the place of being desperate about having relationships. It's not needing them, but maybe getting them because you don't need them. This is what real relationships are about. It's about synergy. It's not about doing something for you that you cannot do. And the outcome is a beautiful card of stability. For me, this is the card of, he knows what to do. He knows where to go. And he just knows it because he feels it. And in this card, it's like this beautiful energy flowing, and you can see the streams of energy flowing through this card. And he is like, it's like the Capricorn energy that comes with this Pluto going back. It's the stability that comes with this cleaning up, is a safe space, a clean space, where you know what to do next. And the flow of the energy contains, and if you look closely, there is this stardust that is all on this path, and it's in the sky here, and it's in the light here, and it's allowing the stardust and your beautiful light to show the way and give yourself the security and the safe space to be in the flow of life, and not by telling your mind telling you what to do. There is nothing to do, there is nothing to fix, there is just allowing yourself to be in your own light, and then the answers will come up. He isn't in a stressful situation. He's relaxed. He has his own chess piece in his hand. He knows where to put himself next to be successful as he wants to be. And he is in this flow of energy and starlight, stardust. It's like being embodied in his own energy. He's the emperor. He's the one who has the say, the last say. He's the one who holds his own chess piece. Not by his mind, by embodying all that he is. And last but not least, underneath it all, there's the magician. And the magician is in this card so beautifully illustrated. He's so beautifully, he's in the flow, he is allowing life to flow through him. The light is surrounding him, and he's sitting in a place where he can allow the energy to flow through him and out of him. And he creates the line 8, the lemniscate. And he is creating magic with it, because in the middle here, there is magic coming up. And that's what he does. He creates a new world. He creates a new life, you know. This is what he does. And he doesn't do it with his mind. He does it with energy, with alchemy. He takes the light and the energy and the stardust, and you can see it all in here. And then he creates something else, and that is rising from within. That's what the magician does. He is able to manifest. He is able to manifest on a level that is beyond, because we are not wanting it through our mind. We're creating it because we are able to hold the light, to hold our own stardust, to allow this to flow through us, to allow life to be the one flowing through us, feeding us, and being in the place of tenderness and receptivity. And then something beautiful is created. And that's what we have to trust when we talk about trust life and have faith in life. That's what it's about, right? It's trusting the flow, trusting that everything in life is there for a reason. Everything is there for a reason. So I draw a card from this deck, but I have to cover it up. I didn't think that I had to do this, but I have. So I will put her here. Oh, I will put her here so I don't have to cover her up, because she will not be seen in the... And so she is the sacred scar, and it's the number 11. And I will read it to you, because I want to... And I'll draw one of these. this, and I want to have one of these. And then I will finish this reading. Where can I put it? So I will put it here. So, the sacred scar. Doesn't want to be found. That's funny. Number 11. The sacred scar. Your inner and outer scars are marks of your soul's courage. They are signs of strength and survival, of your willingness to be alive. The sacred scar speaks of that which one caused pain, being transformed into higher knowledge and inner power. Trauma shall be transformed through spiritual initiation, leading you from woundedness to wisdom. You have nothing to be ashamed of. You can trust your healing process and in the hidden higher purpose behind things happening as they do. You are strong and you shall flourish on all levels. What a beautiful confirmation of all we said before, right? All the things that came up in this reading, and the number 4, the caterpillar, is transformation, opportunity, independence from conditioned responses. Sometimes and the energy of the caterpillar is one of transformation too. So it's the invitation to step into the transformation and to allow life to find the solution. It's like it's a new opportunity. It's trying new things, and not falling for the idea that the mind can solve the problem, right? And sometimes this card reminds us that there is nothing to do in the moment. So it says something like sometimes the most original response is to not to respond. So stand still for a moment. Allow your life to come through. Just look at the drama in your life and just feel what needs to be felt. It's the invitation to be a witness. And that's what we said before, right? To allow yourself to witness your own drama. And allow yourself to be in this place of chaos without having to do something. Don't fall for the lies of the mind. Don't fall for the devil of the mind that tries to help you to solve the problem it created. So, and the horses, and this is a card from The Way of the Horse. It's about equine archetypes, and the card 19 is back to grazing. It's emotional agility, trust in the universe, and letting the story go. With the sun massaging their backs and warm winds blowing through their manes, horses of different colors and temperaments graze together in quiet ecstasy. What a beautiful card to finish this reading. It's just a reminder, always a reminder. We are this beautiful magician that creates the life that we want to create, and allow us to feeling whatever wants to be felt, and allow us to stay still for a moment, not to search for a solution, not to try to fix something, because there is nothing to fix. This is a perfect orchestration of the transformation that you want to experience. Thank you for being here, and thank you for allowing me to read for you and to do this and to explain what the cards have to say about this time that we are in. It's an amazing time of transformation, if we can allow this to be. Thank you so much for being here and for allowing me to do this reading for you. And I am honored to be with you in this time and space to create something magical, because we can. And now it's time to clean up the spaces that we didn't clean up before, and to look at the things that we didn't want to look at, and to feel the unfeelable, to create something really magical in the process. Thank you. See you soon.